Alright guys, what is going on? Back with another video. I want to talk a little bit more about the topic from yesterday when I talked about Saints Row, but I want to flip it over to Assassin's Creed Shadows. Now, you know me, I like to talk about games and everything that are pretty much positive about games, but we got to talk about the flip side of it because this is the trend that a lot of big games are going. They're going down this route, and Assassin's Creed Shadows is no exception to what's going on. It's kind of crazy how things are playing out over with that game. So we're going to talk about that for a second, give my thoughts and opinions, because I mean I talked about it briefly before, but I'm really going to get into it because the game should be out later on this week. So you know, if this is your first time here, welcome. Over here I talk about games, everything under an umbrella. Right now I'm at work. I'm not in the studio making videos like I normally do. Well, it's kind of like me making videos at work is the normal now. I've been so busy, but nevertheless, I appreciate you clicking on the video. I cannot thank you guys enough. We will be going live this weekend, probably even before then, depends on how things go. Will we play more games and discuss some more games and everything under an umbrella. I appreciate you guys a lot. I really do. All right, let's talk about Assassin's Creed real quick. Assassin's Creed Shadows is on sale already. If you go on NewEgg, one of my buddies was talking about it this morning. He's like, yo, you can get the game on NewEgg for like 10-15% off already. Yeah, it's like, that's kind of crazy because you rarely see a brand new game go on sale, and they're trying to get some sales out of this game. They've done a lot. They bent over backwards so people can have access to this game, even dumbing down the settings on PC, putting the game on Steam day one. For a lot of people not familiar with PC gaming, Ubisoft games are pretty much on the Ubisoft client, and they stay on Ubisoft maybe about 8 months to a year before it comes out to Steam and other platforms. No, this game is being accessed to everybody on PC in every form of fashion. They want people to play this game. They're discounting the game, and like I said, it just goes back to show you that, yo, these people that working for Ubisoft really need this game to sell, or this game may tank the entire company and be bought out by another company. Now, we talked about this with Saints Row, where that game didn't sell very well, and that entire Volition company was gone. Dragon Age Veilguard is another game that did not sell well, gone. I don't know much about the Star Wars Outlaws game, but that didn't sell where it needed to be. And Assassin's Creed is the biggest game for Ubisoft year in and year out. That's their moneymaker. That's the game that, you know, that they want to, that they need to succeed the most. That's their flagship. And they really want this game to sell, but you know, they shot themselves in the foot over cultural issues and everything else behind that game, and it kind of sucks because we're like the people who watch videos and discuss games on this channel. We want quality games, and we started out talking about sports titles, and we moved on to other titles. And every other game that we play, we want it to be a quality game. We want to be a good game. We want a game that can be received very well. We can all have fun and discuss great games. And you know, you have some here and there, you know, you have some that are more prominent that we may not know about, because my community is you know, really small when it comes to this channel. But there are some games out there that are absolutely phenomenal. But on the flip side of that, you wouldn't expect that the bigger games, the bigger titles, the AAA games will be the games that are struggling the way they are. And it kind of sucks at the end of the day. You know, because you want the big experience to be the big, you know, immersion that you have when you pick up a controller, or you play on a keyboard, or you play VR, or you play with the Joy-Cons, or whatever you play with. You want those games to be the top tier, but the industry kind of flipped on its head. And this is like what I was talking about with the Saints Row game from yesterday. I think it was the former CEO was like, yo, these games need to be changed or the industry's not going to make it. You know, outside of GTA, you know, all these other games aren't going to survive. And, you know, GTA, you know, that game is going to sell off the name alone. They got enough clout, got enough respect, all the way back from at least Grand Theft Auto 2, that they're going to make games, and the games are going to be received well, regardless of whatever they put in it. and you know, and if, you know, to me, you know, they're like the top tier. You know, they're gonna always be received well. And I know some people may not agree with me on this, but to me, they're like the Chick-fil-A of fast food restaurants. Like Chick-fil-A always get these great reviews, and they always have this great customer service. No matter what happens, I rarely see anything negative said about Chick-fil-A. That's Grand Theft Auto. And if Chick-fil-A ever falters, that's the end of fast food, in my opinion. And I'll also say if Grand Theft Auto fails, there's no hope for anybody at that point. So Assassin's Creed, you know, needs to get somewhere of that top level of success, whether it be, you know, how Ghost of Tsushima did, because we're going to compare like samurai games or whatever, like Ghost of Tsushima. That was another game that I heard that was really good, but I can't remember. Is it Rise of Ronin or something like that? I could be wrong, but I don't know too much about that game. But I know Ghost of Tsushima is an excellent game that I haven't played yet, and I need to get on that. That's a whole nother situation with backlogs and going live and playing games with you guys, but we already know how that goes. But nevertheless, like I said, these games are in trouble. They're in trouble. Assassin's Creed is in trouble, and they need to do something to do what they gotta do. So like I said, I don't know about everywhere else, but I know on NewEgg, it is on sale for a slight discount, and there may be other places. I'll put the link down in the description, obviously, so y'all guys can see the discount for Assassin's Creed is like 10-15% off right now. Deluxe and standard edition, you can get both at a slight discount right now. They really need this game to sell. They need this game to sell in some form of fashion so they can make some type of money to have a good return. But the way I look at it personally, I think it's going to do okay. I think it's going to do all right, but I don't think it's going to do enough what they need. I think that's the main problem. It's not the fact that they won't sell. You know, it's not like one of these games is going to be like, you know, a Concord or a Dustborn or nothing. I don't think it's going to be anything like that where it has like 600 players. I think they're going to get maybe somewhere between 80,000, maybe 120,000, maybe 200,000 players to start on Steam. But I still don't think that's going to be enough. This game with the budget behind it is going to have to sell like a few million copies. And I'm not talking about a few like 3. I'm talking about probably somewhere up there in the 8-9 million, probably more than that, to sustain what they're trying to do. And I don't think it's going to be able to do it. I will be surprised, but you know, it is what it is. But I don't know, man. I'm not an Assassin's Creed fan per se. I have started playing, you know, some of the games, to be honest. You know, I've been playing Assassin's Creed 1. You know, I played a little bit of Assassin's Creed 2. You know, those games are actually pretty good. But, you know, back then, those were the golden age of Assassin's Creed. You know, a lot of people say Assassin's Creed 2 is probably like the best Assassin's Creed ever. But I hear some other people say Black Flag is just as good as well. So it's crazy how things are when it comes to, you know, this whole situation. So I don't know if they're going to catch that Black Flag greatness or the Assassin's Creed 2 greatness. It's a lot of baggage behind this game, man. It's a lot of baggage. So I'm not really sure if they will ever. I'll say they'll get like those 200,000 users on for Assassin's Creed on Steam. No telling about all the other platforms, but I think overall this game may sell maybe I'll say at the most 4 million. And I could be wrong, but I'm guessing 4 million. But yeah, but you know, people jobs on the line. You know, you don't want to see people lose their jobs, but you know, I mean, that's a part of life, right? We all been fired somewhere before, right? Or laid off, or sent home, or you know, disciplined at your job, or people who are lucky enough never had a job, you know, or been the boss. I'm pretty sure you as a boss have been, you know, you've been disciplined, or you disciplined someone on the job, or let them go or fire them. You know, I mean, my past job, I had to do that, and you know, it's not fun, but it's part of the life. You know, it's part of the job. You know, right now I drive trucks, and you know, this is probably the best thing that ever happened to me. I'm so clear-headed and clear-minded. You know, I don't have to worry about too much stuff like that. But you know, everybody got a boss, right? But nevertheless, y'all let me know, because I'm about to go off on something else. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole Assassin's Creed thing, man. I think it's kind of crazy, man. It really is. I'm going to get up out of here. I got to get back to my side of town, wait for them to finish unloading this truck. And I'll see y'all guys on the next one. All right, y'all. Like, share, subscribe. Peace.